Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, and y'all know I love helping the sisters live in alignment with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. How are you all this evening? I am so happy to be here. Oh, wow. For real, y'all. This is going to be a shorter live stream just because, woo-wee, I am sleepy. I went to bed way too late last night. I have a relatively busy week this week with this Black Dance Festival happening at the nonprofit where I work. Hey, how are you, Eileen? All right, I'll have to check that Voxer. But yeah, so like I'm serious. This is gonna be short. It's gonna be real short. Yeah, like yeah. Okay, whatever. We'll see. Okay. Hey, Peg, how are you? Welcome. So yeah, y'all can see scrolling at the bottom, Eileen and Peg are already in the retreat to reset for this Tuesday. I'm excited to have those sisters join in that retreat. Today, this is part of the reason why I'm like, for real. Hold on. I don't know how my earring was not on my ear. Okay, there we go. I won't put the headsets back on because they hurt my head. But anywho, today I recorded the classes about the I recorded a mindfulness. I got the meditation recorded. I have the mindfulness recorded. No, I need to record the mindfulness. I recorded 3 videos, I think, talking about the eclipse. These are pre-recorded videos that y'all will get to watch that will help you to understand like exactly how to work with eclipses in general. But also, okay, hey Maria, you're here. Welcome. But also, yeah, I think at least one more video I'm gonna make, maybe 2, to give more details. That way we spend the majority of the retreat um focused on more of like the ritual work, the connection, and setting intentions and different things like that. Hello, Queen Felicia. Welcome. Greetings. So it's interesting. This morning, I felt like I knew what I was going to come on and talk about. And I just love how y'all are so social with each other. That is so beautiful. It just makes my heart sing. I love it. Um, so I felt like I knew what I was going to talk about this morning. And it's essentially talking about, well, what I want to talk about is the power of our words, um, and how words shape reality. So, and then what ended up happening was one of the SAI queens were like, yeah, I've been meaning to tell you, just watch how you're talking about. And she didn't say it this way. My brain is not fully like geared up, but it was something to the effect of just be cautious of how you refer to your weight. Because I do still say lose weight. And I was like, you know what? That is so true. I had said at my NLP training, I was going to start saying, thank you, Felicia. Yes, I appreciate that. Um, that I was going to start saying weight donation. I need to donate my weight. So I was like, wow, this is exactly what I was going to talk about. And somebody is helping me to realize that um, I am, this is something I definitely need to be working on right now when in reference to my body. And so, yes, Eileen, I agree. Words create worlds. I've been talking about being a NLP practitioner, and that stands for neuro linguistic programming. And so you hear in there those words, linguistic, okay? And it is because of like what Eileen mentioned, how we are shaping our reality. I am so cautious of my words now. So, for instance, my friends who have received a diagnosis of breast cancer, I never say my friends have breast cancer. I say they have received a diagnosis of breast cancer. Okay, because I don't want to label them. I don't want to um, put them in a box or like imprint that on them. And if a lot of times, what I will say is they're on a healing journey. They're on a healing journey. So let me know, how are you already in touch with this concept of words have power? Um, what else did I want to say about this? So yeah, how do we refer to ourselves? This matters. And how do we refer to other people? I think that and just like what we're talking about, our words shape the experience that we are going to have. And it is so important for us to make sure that we are using the words that we want. And I remember when I was really just getting deeper into manifestation and getting more coaching about mindset, that the teachers would say everybody can tell you exactly what they don't want. Most of them can't tell you what they want. They just will go down a litany of all the things that they don't want. And so it's just something that I think is really important. And Peg just talked about this, watching our words. Yes. So apparently all of us we're like in sync right now. Um Watching our words is very important. And that brings in that concept of mindfulness actually. Once I committed to making sure that the only words that I'm speaking are words of um empowerment, and that's not to say that I'm always doing this, but I will say, in being mindful, if I get off the beaten path, I'm coming back more quickly. Um, but yeah, our words shape our reality. And when we are thinking about what we want, the last thing that we need to be talking about is what we don't want. So, and then, things like watch out. It's really true. Watch out for what comes after I am. And so I have changed from saying I am sick to I feel sick. And it may not be that big of a difference in what that means, but yeah, I just said I don't want to say I am sick anymore. I say I feel sick. I can't remember how they say it in Spanish, but I know it's something like tango. It's like maybe it's I have sickness. I don't remember the exact word right now, but they say I have, or tengo hambre, I think is what it is, something like that. I'm hungry. Or I have hunger, I should say. I don't know if I said that right. Anywho, if any Spanish speakers out there, just go on ahead and type it into the chat. But yeah, we have to be more mindful of our words. And so how we talk about ourselves. Um, I am the type of person that fill in the blank. So a lot of us are literally speaking. You don't need a hypnotherapist. You are literally speaking these words into yourself. I am fill in the blank. Okay. And that's the most powerful one because that speaks to identity. And hypnotherapy, or not hypnotherapy, NLP, the change will come most quickly through changing identity, not behavior, not environment, not even beliefs. To be honest with you, change comes from our changing our identity. And so if we are giving ourselves suggestions of identity, I am, that is identity. I am the type of person who, I've always been the type of person who, I just do this kind of thing. It's just who I am. So we are making suggestions to ourselves. And so we want to, yes, yo tengo enferma. That's it. Um, I'll put this up here. Yes, words instruct our subconscious. The subconscious mind takes everything personally. And so it's like, okay, this is who she is, y'all. Come on, let's get it going. And it starts bringing in that reality. And so what we say about ourselves is very, very important that we are cautious and that we pay attention and that we are mindful of it, that we take that time to think about the words that we're saying. And if we say something about ourselves that is disparaging, then it's like, okay, we need to have a discussion about that. Why are you saying this about yourself? Why do you feel this way? What do we need to do? Because this is not what I want. This is not who I am. And after a while, it will be so. It will be so. So, the other thing that we want to do is be cautious about the words that we use about other people. And so it's important that every word that we say, maybe about an individual or about a group, we really and truly want to look at the words that we are using as we talk about others. And it's important to also understand that um, perception, wait a minute, projection is perception. Projection is perception. Perception is projection. I get confused on which way it goes. But essentially, you know, the things that we're saying about other people, it's cliche, is we really do want to be focused on these three fingers pointing back to ourselves. As we talk about other people, we want to make sure we're constantly focusing on these three fingers pointing back at ourselves. We want to be cautious about the words that we use. Like, as frustrated as I get, and I just hung out with Jawan today. Hey, Mystic Storm, welcome. She's one of the sisters in the community, and I was like, I needed to hang out with somebody today. I have really been in isolation quite a bit, and by choice largely. And I was like, I needed, I need to think differently of the community that I live in. It was funny when I picked her up from the airport. I was like, Joanne, I'm one of these people, like, I have no control over this, but I'm sort of bougie. So I'm sorry, Joanne, for the bad roads here in Tennessee. These roads are horrible. She was like, okay. And when we got on the interstate, she was like, these roads are bad. I was like, oh my gosh. But it's a lot of people in Tennessee I love, Mystic Storm, I know you get me. It's more people here that I love or whatever, but it gets frustrating. And so we went for a walk today, and we saw this art thing that it was put out at this little walking area that we went to. It was like the most positive, magical thing that I have seen in Murfreesboro in a long time. And I said, I really need to have more faith in my community because I typically think people in my community are annoying. And I need to be cautious of that. And so I just want to encourage you to think about the words that you are putting on other people. It doesn't matter to me the words that they put on me because their words don't define me. And I think that's something else that is important for us to remember. It sounds so like cliche. It sounds sort of like we like quoting this, but this is some real truth. Wayne Dyer said, it doesn't matter. It does not matter what people call me. The only thing that matters is what I call myself. What I call myself, period. And so as long as I'm clear about myself, it doesn't matter what folks call me. The only thing I'm going to do is I will hold my tongue. I will keep my thoughts in check before I speak disparagingly about anyone. That's my ideal. Okay. That's what I'm striving for. Maybe I should say um that is what I am being mindful of. Don't get it right all the time, but mindfulness and this kind of lifestyle is not about being perfect. Um but I think that's really important. Like, we really want to be cautious about what are we saying about other people, groups, individuals. What are we saying about individuals? How much of this is a reflection of ourselves? Because what we see is in us. You can't see what's not in you. You can't perceive of it. You can only see what's in you. Um, and I'm speaking of, I may see something that is off. But when I have judgment about it, it's when I feel like, well, it's like some energy around it. And so, yeah, that's more of what I'm talking about. Because we'll see a lot of stuff and maybe we don't think too much about it. But a lot of times it's the judgment, the judgy, the stereotypes, these kinds of things are important to consider because still that is shaping our reality. The subconscious mind takes things very personally. So even if I'm saying it about somebody else, the subconscious mind is like, this is what she wants. This is like, this is what she's about. So that's important. And um, I just have had on my mind quite a bit. Be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. The one of the four agreements. And so yeah, I was proud of myself today. I was talking to Craig and I was like, saw something on Facebook and I was like, oh, let me tell you about this. And I said, you know what? Forget it. I was like, it's gossipy. It's not necessary for me to say it. I don't even know why I thought to say this. Whatever it was harmless in in a sense. I could have justified it as just like, oh, we're just having fun. But then I said, no, I want to be impeccable with my word. And I have to be very cautious. I love that the author of the book talks about how we put curses on people. We literally put curses on people just by gossiping, talking about people's business and stuff. And so I was like, this is a good one right now. Be impeccable with your word. And in my journal, I have be impeccable with your word. And then parentheses, I put especially to yourself. So the things that I say I'm going to do, I need to do them. So yeah, words have power. Now, the subconscious mind thinks in pictures, sounds, and feelings, but make no mistake about it. The words that we use, they will shape our reality. It is like our mouths, our brains, whatever this communication system is that we have, it is the pencil or the pen, whatever, the paintbrush that's creating our reality. And I remember when I began to think to myself, you know what? If I see something in my reality that I don't like, then I need to understand what is in me that is creating this reality. Why would I create this? Um, and then it will go back to you shifting that reality through your word, through your thoughts, but largely through you shifting your identity to wherever it is you want to go. Okay, so let me see. Where are we? The roads are really bad. I told Juwan, I was like, somebody died because the roads 24 north of Nashville were so bad. So if they didn't die, they got in a bad accident. I'm not sure. Okay, let me not say I'm not sure. That's it. Don't pick up other people's things. The best book made. Yes, be impeccable with your word. I love this. Showing more compassion breaks down the walls and opens the heart chakra. It really does. It really, really does. Okay. So let me see if there's anything else I wanted to say about these words. I want to challenge you all to pay attention to the words that you're using. Um you have the four agreements on your bed to read. It's one of the most pivotal books that I've ever read, excuse me. I'm all about the words right now. It's one of the most pivotal books that I have ever read. And yeah, let me know your thoughts, Peg. It's one of Eileen's favorite books too. Actually, I meet a lot of women who love that book. Um, yeah, be impeccable with your word. Very, very important. Let me see. Be impeccable with your word. Do your best. Be impeccable with your word. Uh, don't take things personally. That's a good one. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take things personally. Make no assumptions. That is definitely one of the things that I have to work on. In NLP, we have what is called the mind read. And so I've just been telling myself, no mind reads, Tyra. No mind reads. You're either going to ask or you're just going to not think about it. But we're not doing any mind reads. So make no assumptions. We should ask people. If we don't know and we want to know, ask. Even me being pretty intuitive, I don't know all the time. And sometimes I picked up something, but then the way my internal landscape is set up, I interpret it differently than what it really is. So make no assumptions and then do your best, which is always based on whatever your best is right now. Our best is different versus, like me this morning when I first woke up versus me right now. Yeah, that book was good. People love that. I pulled it out and it's been there for 2 days and keep telling myself to read it. Then you said it. Starting tonight. Good, Peg. Good, really good. So yeah, I want to challenge you all this week to let me know what it's like, or not let me know, but I want to challenge you all to pay attention to your words. Or if you're already doing that, let me know. Um, yeah. Words have power, they shape your reality. And if you want a different reality, it definitely some new words need to come out. And it's important to not have constantly, like, I remember when I realized I complain all the time. I was like, I got to do something about this. So I just started telling myself, you cannot complain. No more complaints. You don't complain. You just handle whatever is going on with you. And I tell you, it made all the difference in my life. I feel so much better. I feel so much better. So yeah, and maybe ask yourself, are you doing mind reads? Are you making assumptions? I think that would be a good one. And if you take something personally, why? Why have you taken it personally? Today, when I walked into the grocery store, I had my mask on and there was no one else around except for these 3 people. And this man said something, he's made some type of joke about a mask to his friends, and I was telling Craig, the joke was so bad, his friends didn't even respond, but it felt like he was trying to dig on me, and that's actually something that I have been a little bit paranoid about, like, people in Tennessee can be strange. Sometimes I feel like because the government here is so red that sometimes they feel comfortable, and so it's not as big of a deal, but it's been weird. It's been odd. Folks been feeling like they can just say whatever they want. And, you know, I just think to myself, everybody's free to do whatever they want. That's what the heck we've been doing anyway. But I have been like nervous that that was going to happen. There we go. But I pretty much had dropped it. I pretty much had just gotten to a place where I'm like, when I go into public, I'm wearing my mask until I feel certain this pandemic has truly waned, because it keeps going down and then coming back up. But I was just so happy. I was like, I have made a lot of strides, um, because I did not take it personally. I could feel a part of me like, don't we need to be getting upset about this? And is he trying to dig on me having a mask? Is he making fun of me with his friends? And, you know, I was like, you know what? Not today, ma'am. No, ma'am, not today. Um, and so, yeah, like, if somebody says something to you and you take it personally, that's definitely an indication that you need to be curious about what's going on for you. Very important. It has helped me use more emotional intelligence. I agree. I'm held accountable for my words. It's really sinking in now, taking this a lot more seriously, yes, which is making it easier to get through this transition. I love that. This ties into emotional intelligence. We are taking our power back. We are. I agree. When I'm not mindful, I'm seeing the blocks that are happening because of me operating in that way. Exactly. Spiritually, mentally, and energetically. Right. Beautiful. More about him than you. That's exactly how I felt. And that's what the four agreements talk about. That you don't have to take anything personally. It's all about that other person. It's only about them, whatever is in them. And yeah, I told Craig, I was like, he wanted me to say something. He wanted me to get upset or whatever. And I was just like, I'm busy. Like, I'm here to shop. I'm here to buy some stuff, sir. Like, let's move on. I did swipe my head. I like this is the central meridian, if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3 swipes resets your energy. Um, so yeah, that's what I think is important this week is all of us to pay attention to the words that we are using on ourselves, for ourselves, the words that we're using regarding other people. And it's just like what Felicia said. Yeah, we don't pick up other people's things. It's about them and not about me. But the caution is like for me, what I have to be cautious of is realizing, oh, that was about them. That's not about me, but in a way that is a little bit judgy. I did not feel judgmental of this guy. I actually just was like, it's like really, it's early, sir. We don't need this. Yes, 3 swipes, baby. Who remembers that show? Was it Dora the Explorer, swiping, no swiping? Oh, we swiping here, baby. We swiping. We swiper. However, slapbacks are necessary respectfully. I agree. Actually, Miss Mystic Storm, I actually agree. I actually agree. So, all right, y'all. I'm so in need of sleep right now. It's 9 o'clock. I've been staying up way too late. So I'm gonna go to bed because I definitely need to finish getting the reset, excuse me, retreat to reset ready for Tuesday. I'm excited about that. I hope y'all join me on Tuesday. $44. The link is in the description box of this video. And I think it's so important for us. I know it's important for us to reset our energy regularly. Okay. The planets do. Every month, the moon and the sun, they meet. Why will we not do a reset at the new moon? Right. This one is coming a little bit before the new moon because I am working a Black Dance Festival, but um it is still going to be something that will help you to understand how to work with the energy. It's a time for you to come in and get yourself loved on and to be in community and have that connection with other women and just to get yourself a fresh new start. And so, and the other thing is, I have taken the time to create hypnosis and mindfulness tracks that you can use. You can download them and use them to help make the change easier. That's what I need to do. I need to do a mindfulness on embracing change because that's the theme that we're going into with this being an eclipse moon. The next 2 moons are eclipse moons. New moon in Taurus is a solar eclipse, and the full moon in Scorpio is a lunar eclipse. So these are about sweeping change, working with Oya, essentially. So it's really important to for me to make sure that you understand how to work with this eclipse, what it means for you, and my goal is to create the conditions or to show you how to create the conditions for setting yourself up to be that fertile soil, that fertile, energetic soil to plant seeds in so that you can manifest what you desire with more grace, with more ease. And it feels more like you're on the straight and narrow instead of, taking all kinds of loops and different things like that. I live astrology. I don't talk about astrology. I talk about astrology and I live astrology. So and it's not even just astrology because I do other oracle readings in there. So it's not just astrology, but it is inspired by astrology, energy work, all kinds of things like that. We will be doing, and most of the ladies love coming in and connecting with one another. So that is a big part too. It's always something about the synergy of a group, especially as positive and loving as you all are. Something about the synergy of a group that that makes it more powerful. One thing that I'm learning as I do a lot of group coaching is it's like someone else says something and then I get edified by it. It's as if they are having the very situation that's going on with me. They get coached. It's as if I got coached. And so when we come into circle for, something like the new moon, that group synergy, it helps. It's a part of the medicine of the circle. So that's what I'll say is this circle that's coming up has a lot of healing medicine, and it has some of the medicine is in the women connecting with one another. I have to work to identify my ish and not pick up others, definitely. Yeah, that's a big one for a lot of people. Oh, you're gonna be there. Okay, I was wondering if you were one of the ladies. Yay! Excited you will be there. Okay, we got some of the sisters who are registered on. I'm so excited. It would be a great time. It's gonna be such a great time this week. I adore being in circle. I adore sharing tools and that wisdom that will help you all to yeah, empowerment. That's what I'm all about. And I love being in circle with other women. I was telling Jawan earlier, I was like, no, it was Monica. I was talking to Monica earlier, and I was like, at this point, I'm not quite sure what I would do without y'all. Me and Mystic Storm, we holding it down here, y'all. We holding it down. It's just the two of us though in Tennessee, so we need y'all. And I'm joking. It's not just the two of us, but it feels like it doesn't in Mystic Storm. Um, oh yeah, meeting Jawan today. I was like, okay, I really need to plan something in person. It was like really, really nice meeting one of you all in person, somebody from the community. I remember I met a coach back in March, and I've been working with this coach since 2020, and in a group coaching setting, so it's not like one to one. But I was like, when I met her, it was like I don't know, it didn't feel like I was meeting somebody I didn't know. So I said, "Oh, online connections are real. This is real." So meeting Jawan, it was like I don't know. It didn't feel like I was meeting somebody. I just felt like I was meeting her in person. It did not feel like I was meeting somebody new, just like an old friend from Spelman College or something. So yeah, we got to get ready. Peg, bring the baby with you, honey. We gonna let the baby come. That little wise soul that you gave birth to. Y'all, Peg had the most beautiful little baby. When we first started SAI, um, me and another sister priestess were on, and we looked at the baby. We were like, "Oh, this baby must be like 3 or 4 months old." She was like, "No, he's newborn." We were like, "What?" I said, "These pandemic babies, this is real. Pandemic babies are this is a real thing." It was as if he was like, "I know you, and I'm reading your energy right now." I was like, "Whoa, I have never seen a, a newborn baby this alert." I don't know what ancestor that is, Peg, but wow. I think he came all the way back from like Africa somewhere, because that's an old soul right there. It's winding down, but I'll keep you posted when we have a new SAI group start. We move through as a cohort. I actually was thinking, Mystic Storm, Peg, that baby pierced my soul, and I could not believe that was a newborn baby. I was like, "No, Peg, I'm sorry, this is not a newborn baby." She was like, "Yes, this is a newborn baby." And it's just the way he looks. I bet you that baby is, like, on Einstein level. Like, that baby, I don't know, Peg. We wanna see this baby building some special rocket ship or something, or maybe, like, I don't wanna say he'll be president of the United States, but he'll be in charge of something really, really big. Um, but yeah, I actually have been thinking about, like, how can I make SAI something that is I start one cohort and then I finish and then I start a new cohort. So he is moving fast with Peg, old wives' tale, and I've seen it come true. So you and the hubster just need to decide: are y'all ready for another baby? If not, be cautious. All right, we already know y'all fertile. I can't remember how many kids you got, but we already know you're fertile. Tell the baby you don't have to get out of the way for the next one. It's fine. Yeah, Felicia, pandemic babies. They for real. They for real, for real. All right, y'all. For real. I'm getting off. I'm going to bed. I'm going to drink some water. I'm very thirsty. I'm going to bed and I'm going to give it a good old college try tomorrow. Y'all know I'll be on tomorrow. I might try to come on early because my husband and I are going to be hanging out a little bit. Okay. Good, Peg. Good. Okay. Good, good, good. I didn't know why the baby was trying to move so fast. I'm just like, but have y'all heard of the movie Kirikou? Who's heard of It's really Kirikou. I want to show y'all Kirikou. I bet you this baby is a real live Kirikou. Ki- Kirikou. Okay, let me show y'all real quick. This movie, one of my friends introduced this to me. Have y'all heard of this movie? Kirikou. This baby, he was in his mama's womb. This is why I'm like, this is Peg's baby. He was in his mama's womb, and he said something like, I want to birth myself or something like that. She was like, well, if you want to birth yourself, kiddo, then you come out yourself, and you just see little kiddo crawl out of his mama, and like this is like one of the smartest little humans. It's a cartoon, and it's in English too. So yeah, but yeah, Peg's baby is kiddo. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I knew Peg had a lot of kids. Peg has 5 kids. That's why I'm like, if he's moving fast, and maybe he's moving fast actually because first of all, he's a pandemic baby. But secondly, he's got 4 kids. Like he's like got so much example about what to do. He's like, they are walking. Okay, I can do that too. They're not gonna leave me behind. And okay, they cooking their own food. All right. That's why I'm like, this baby of Pegs is a kiddo. Ah, yes. You said he looks at y'all like y'all are crazy. Oh my god. Peg's baby is just like Peg's baby is amazing. Eileen said 2 tore her. Yeah, I was good. At first I wanted 3. Ever since I was a little girl, I was like, I want 3 babies. Woo! My husband told me there's no way we having 3 babies, Tyra. We can't handle the 2 we got. Why would we do another one? I was like, "Okay." Okay, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all, and I look forward to. Let me put my little thingies on. Okay, I can hear it. I look forward to hanging out with you all tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll do a reading. I'll probably come on earlier and do the weekly wisdom. So yeah, no late night tomorrow. I'll be hanging out with my husband a little bit. Hanging out with the hubster. Felicia wants more children. I love that. Had to dodge birth control to get here. Wow. Cameron was like running like obstacle courses. Yes. Eileen was talking about the bees. She was like, that's what they represent, community. So that is us, the stars. That is us. Maybe Felicia, we can go adopt some other people. Maybe we'll go hang out with Peg and hang out with her little baby. Now that we're at this age, we ain't trying to get other kids, but we'll hang out with your cheerings. All right. Thank y'all so much. And yeah, have a wonderful evening. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a wonderful start to your week. And remember, we create reality in part with our words. So let's see how we're doing with that this week. All right. Peace and love.